Declassified intel suggests Emily Mitchell's tattoo was linked to an abandoned military program, one designed to create operatives who officially never existed. Asterisk, a coded transmission failed, a patrol vanished, and now Petty Officer Emily Mitchell is dragged in handcuffs across a stormlit pier. But when the Admiral sees the tattoo on her ribs, an insignia buried by intelligence decades ago, the truth was never meant to be found. Asterisk, the wind tore across Fort Harrow Naval Station like a living thing, a cold blade slicing through fabric, skin, and certainty. Floodlights flickered against rolling fog, the kind that swallowed entire dockyards whole. Radios cracked with static, boots hammered wet concrete, and in the center of that storm, Emily Mitchell, a name whispered across intel desks for reasons no one fully understood, was marched forward in handcuffs, metal bit into her wrists. Her pulse thudded like distant artillery. "Keep moving," the MP barked. She'd been trained for hostile extractions, cold recon dives, and emergency asset recovery, but nothing in her Emily Mitchell military story resembled this. Arrested on the pier at O2 Oilm, no charges, no explanation, no chain of command protocol, just an order on encrypted channel: detain Mitchell immediately. Something was wrong. So wrong the air itself tasted metallic. A low rumble rolled across the base, distant thunder or something heavier. Emily glanced at the horizon. Ships sat in dark profiles, only their mast lights glowing like sentinels. The base felt tight, coiled, waiting. Microhook. Someone had triggered a silent alarm, but no one was telling her why. They shoved her through the reinforced doors of Strategic Command. The room was alive, the hum of servers, the whir of satellite feed projectors, the scrape of chairs as officers rose stiffly. And at the head of the table stood Admiral Pierce Rowan, a man whose stare could disassemble a person more efficiently than any interrogation device. He shouldn't know her. She was enlisted, invisible, a logistics specialist who moved crates, not geopolitics. And yet he watched her like he'd been expecting her. "Set her down," Rowan said quietly. The MPs forced her into a steel chair. Admiral Emily managed. "What is this?" "My deployment cancelled," he cut in. By me the room went still. Emily felt her throat tighten. "Sir, I don't understand." Rowan stepped closer. His voice dropped. "Lift your shirt 2 inches." Her breath hitched. "Sir, let's do it." Hands trembling, she obeyed. The room inhaled at once. On her ribs ink she'd gotten at 18, meaning she'd never fully understood, was a small, precise emblem, 3 interlocked marks. One broken, one inverted, one barred, a symbol only Rowan recognized. "Release her," he said instantly. Cuffs fell away. MPs stepped back like they'd touched a bomb microhook. The tattoo was not art, it was a key. Rowan leaned in, voice low enough only she could hear. "When were you activated?" Emily blinked. "Activated? Sir, I'm a logistics tech." "No," Rowan said. "You're not. Nothing about your file is accidental. Someone hid you in plain sight." He paced once, jaw clenched. "Emily Mitchell military story. Your story began before you even enlisted." His eyes hardened. "That tattoo belongs to a program shuttered 21 years ago, a black operation erased from Pentagon records. Only 7 operatives were ever marked with it." Emily shook her head. "I don't know anything about that. You weren't supposed to." Rowan tapped the table, switching the display. A satellite photo zoomed in on a figure stepping off a cargo trawler onto US soil, shoulder exposed, wearing her emblem. "Target landed 3 hours ago," Rowan said. "We intercepted chatter before the feed went dark." "What chatter?" Emily whispered. Rowan turned to her fully, expression carved from stone. "That someone with your tattoo has returned, and whoever he is, he asked for you by name." Emily felt her stomach drop. She had no memory of him, no link, no mission, but something old stirred inside her, something buried. Microhook. She remembered a voice, a flash of light, a cold room, and then nothing. Rowan's tone hardened. "Emily, you were hidden for a reason, and now someone has come back to collect you." The lights flickered. A warning klaxon sounded once. Short, sharp, a breach. Rowan locked eyes with her. "Mitchell, he's already inside the base." Her heart stopped. Asterisk, the Emily Mitchell military story is only beginning, and the truth behind that tattoo is darker than anything she's been told. If you're ready to see what she was really built for, keep watching. The deeper files get much darker. Asterisk, the emergency lights snapped from white to red, casting the Strategic Command room in a pulse of blood-colored flashes. Officers scrambled, radios crackled. Someone shouted for containment squads. The storm outside hammered the windows like artillery. Emily Mitchell rose instinctively, hands still raw from where the cuffs had dug into her skin. Admiral Rowan didn't flinch. Mitchell, ease on me. She forced her attention back to him, though her pulse was sprinting. That tattoo, Rowan said, was assigned to candidates of Shadow Protocol, a covert program the Pentagon wiped from existence 21 years ago. You weren't supposed to live long enough for anyone to ask questions. He lowered his voice. Which means whoever just breached this base, once the questions answered, a 3-second hum vibrated through the floor-deep mechanical. Far below Strategic Command, someone had opened a blast door, sublevel 3. A text shouted, "Unauthorized access, no ID, no clearance." Emily felt her stomach drop. He's inside the intelligence wing. Rowan's jaw tightened. You know something? I don't, she insisted. I never microhook, except she did. Buried deep beneath years of ordinary service. A faint memory, a cold room, blue lights, voices whispering numbers, and a phrase she couldn't place. Stars don't fall, they return. Rowan grabbed a headset. Lock every corridor leading to medical seal armory access. All security teams avoid direct engagement. This individual is trained for silent penetration. Emily exhaled sharply. He's looking for something specific. Rowan turned slowly. What? I don't know, she whispered. But if he has the same mark, he was trained the same way. As she stopped, the Admiral's eyes sharpened. How much do you remember, petty officer? Emily swallowed hard. Fragment. Nothing I can explain. Before Rowan could push further, an explosion shook the ceiling, muted but powerful. Dust showered down from the beams. Sublevel to breach. An officer cried out. Rowan slammed his fist on the console. He's moving fast. Too fast. Emily stepped closer to the screen, watching the blurry figure navigate thermal corridors with ease. He's not escaping, she murmured. He's hunting. The room fell silent. Microhook. Someone had come for her. A deep alarm bellowed across the base 3 tones. The internal breach signal. Every officer froze. That's impossible, Rowan muttered. No one has triggered that alarm since 1998. Emily frowned. What happened in 1998? Rowan didn't answer. Instead, he tapped a secure console and a classified schematic appeared. Sublevel 0, a floor not listed on official records. Emily Mitchell, military story or not, Rowan said. You're now connected to something you were never supposed to touch. That operative, whoever he is heading for this level. And if he reaches it, we're finished. Emily stared at the map. What's stored there? Rowan's voice lowered to a whisper. The names of every original Shadow Protocol candidate, including yours. Her breath caught. Shadow Protocol. The word pulsed in her skull like a memory trying to break free. Emily stepped back from the screen. He's not coming for files. He's coming for me. A silence fell over the room, then the lights flickered again, this time accompanied by a strange, rhythmic clicking through the ventilation ducts. Too deliberate to be structural damage. Too precise to be random. He's using sound mapping, Emily said. It's how shadow operatives navigate structures in blackout conditions. Rowan stared at her. You shouldn't know that. I don't, she whispered. Not consciously, but her body remembered. Her pulse responded to the clicks like it was hearing an old language. Suddenly, the feed jumped. The figure appeared just outside Sublevel 0's elevator. Security teams. Freeze positions, Rowan ordered. Do not engage. Emily stepped forward. He knows you'll hesitate. He knows your rules. He was trained for this. Rowan's expression hardened. Which means you're the only one who can anticipate him. Emily hesitated. I'm not a field operative. You were, Rowan said. Long before you enlisted. Before your memory was scrubbed. The word hit her like a physical strike. What did they do to me? Emily demanded. Rowan didn't answer. Instead, he reached toward her ribs toward the tattoo and touched the second mark gently with a gloved finger. This symbol, he said, was only given to one type of candidate. Memory compliant, emotion resistant, built to hold the protocol together. Emily stepped back in horror. You're telling me I'm some kind of manufactured asset? Rowan didn't blink. I'm telling you that someone out there was designed using the same blueprint, and he just unlocked Sublevel 0. Suddenly the entire base went dark, a blackout. Not from the storm. From him. Emergency. Lights flickered on at 20% power, then through the intercom, a voice. Softmail.com/Emily. Are you awake yet? Her knees nearly buckled. She knew that voice. She had heard it before. Long before she chose her own name. Rowan grabbed her shoulder. Mitchell, look at me. She forced her eyes up. He's coming, Rowan said. And the next move is yours. Emily tightened her jaw, then opened the armory. Red emergency lights pulsed like a heartbeat across the base. The storm outside roared, shaking loose sheets of rain across the command windows. But inside, the real storm had already begun. Emily Mitchell stood motionless. staring at the intercom speaker that had just spoken her name in a voice she should not remember, yet did. In fragments, in chills, in echoes. "Emily, are you awake yet?" Admiral Rowan snapped orders to the tactical teams. "Seal all maintenance shafts. Block sublevel 0. Do not allow him to move vertically. Officers scattered. Emily didn't move. The voice had cut through her like a knife through memory. Rowan stepped directly in front of her. "Mitchell, report. What do you recognize?" She swallowed hard. A hallway, cold, metal tables, someone reciting numbers, and that voice. Next to me in the dark. Rowan's face hardened. "You were paired. Shadow operatives were never trained alone." Emily felt her chest tighten. "So he's what? My partner?" "No," Rowan said. "Something worse. An unfinished one." Before she could ask, the base-wide lights flickered again. A power oscillation. Not accidental timed. Rowan tapped his comm. "Strike Team Bravo. Confirm sublevel 0 lock. Static." Then a strained voice. "Sir, some things in the vents moving faster than sensors." A crash. A scream. Then silence. Emily's heart pounded. Rowan stiffened. "He's bypassing us." Emily stepped toward the nearest wall panel, pressing her palm against cold metal as if feeling for vibrations. Some deep instinct she didn't understand guided her. "He's not heading for sublevel 0 anymore," she whispered. "He's coming here." Rowan snapped toward her. "How do you know that?" Emily closed her eyes. And in the darkness behind her eyelids she saw him, not with memory, with something else. A chemical reaction inside her mind, a training trigger buried inside her very biology. Microhook Shadow Protocol had never relied solely on memory. It relied on imprinting. Her eyes snapped open. "He can track me, the same way I can feel him." "And what are you feeling now?" Rowan asked. Emily exhaled slowly. "Cold, purpose, and something else." "He's not here to kill me." Rowan's jaw clenched. "No, he needs you alive. You're an anchor." Before she could respond, a metallic shriek cut through the command room. The vents above them buckled, then tore open. A figure dropped from the ceiling with silent, predatory grace. Dark combat suit, mask, snow-pale skin beneath the edges of it, shoulders rising and falling with controlled, almost serene breathing. Rowan shouted, "Non-lethal engagement only." He's Shadow Protocol. But the figure didn't attack. He stepped forward, gaze locked on Emily. Then he removed his mask. Emily staggered backward. He had her eyes, her exact eyes. "Hello, sister." Her breath caught in her throat. No, that's impossible." Rowan pumped his shotgun. Shadow candidates were cloned from baseline donors. "Emily, he's not your brother. He's your mirror." The man smiled faintly. "Not a mirror. A pre-version. You were version 7. I was version 2. Emily's stomach twisted. "Version of what?" "Of us," he said calmly. "Of what we were meant to be." Rowan aimed. "Stand down." The operative ignored him. "You're still asleep, Emily. But they can't keep you asleep forever. You feel it. The activation, the instincts, the sense of me." Emily's pulse spiked. "What do you want?" His expression softened. "To wake you up." He raised a hand, not in threat, but almost as a gesture of recognition. Emily's mind flashed white cold water, screaming metal, a name whispered in the dark. Unit 7. A syringe, a promise. "When you meet him, you will remember everything." Emily gasped and dropped to her knees. Rowan fired. The blast hit the operative in the shoulder, sending him staggering back but not falling. He smiled as the wound knit itself slowly, impossibly, under his suit. "Admiral," he said without anger, "you always were predictable." Then he turned his gaze to Emily again. "You're waking up. Good." He leaped through the shattered vent opening and vanished into the ducts, moving faster than humanly possible. The room erupted into chaos. Rowan lifted Emily back to her feet. "Mitchell, look at me. What did he trigger?" Emily stared at the floor. "I know his name." Rowan froze. "What is it?" Emily's voice cracked. "Subject to." Marcus Rowan exhaled slowly. "Mitchell. If you remember his name, your full activation has already started." Emily looked up, fear finally breaking through her military facade. "Sir, what happens when I fully activate?" Rohan stared at her like she was a bomb about to detonate. "You stop being Emily Mitchell." Emily's vision blurred around the edges. Rowan's voice, the alarms, the movement of security teams, all of it became distant, distorted, as if she was sinking underwater. Her name echoed in her skull. Unit 7, Anchor 7. Emily Mitchell was the mask. 7 was the truth. She clutched the table edge to steady herself. Rowan caught her wrist gently. "Mitchell, stay with me." She looked at him, terrified. "What did they do to me?" The Admiral hesitated, and that hesitation was enough. Emily pulled her hand back. "You know," Rowan exhaled. "Yes, I know." He motioned for 2 officers to leave the room and shut the doors. Then he leaned against the screen showing Sublevel 0 schematics. Shadow Protocol was built on 3 pillars: duplication, imprinting, and anchoring. Marcus Subject 2 is a duplication variant. You Subject 7 are the anchor variant. Emily stared. Anchor means what, exactly? Rowan met her gaze squarely. You stabilize the others. Their minds were unstable. Shadows degrade over time. They fragment, hallucinate, lose identity. But anchors, he pointed at her tattoo. Anchors keep them coherent. You are the failsafe that binds them. Emily felt the room tilt. So Marcus needs me because, without me, he falls apart. More than that, Rowan said. He can't complete whatever mission he's here for unless he synchronizes with you. Emily shook her head. No synchronization. No activation. I'm not part of this. You don't have a choice, Mitchell. Emily, she snapped. My name is Emily. Rowan softened. Then hold on to it. Because once he links with you, you may lose it. A piercing alarm blared again, this one hollow, metallic, vibrating through the walls. Emily flinched. What is that? Rowan's face drained of color. That's Sublevel 0's cryolock disengaging. Emily felt her pulse drop. No, Marcus wouldn't. He doesn't have clearance. He doesn't need clearance if he has your imprint, Rowan said grimly. Shadow prototypes were if he triggered a memory in you, he can piggyback on it. Emily's chest tightened. I helped him. Rowan didn't sugarcoat it. Yes. Before she could process that, lights dimmed again and a video feed cut in on the main screen. Sublevel 0's CRYO-fault. And Marcus stood in the center of it, with 3 frozen capsules beginning to thaw. Rowan whispered, horrified. He's waking the others. Emily's mind broke open. Flashes, screams, metal tables, 3 faces next to hers. Children, no operatives, being molded into weapons. She felt like vomiting. Marcus spoke on the feed, calm and composed. Unit 7, you shouldn't run from family. Emily staggered back. Rowan gripped her shoulders. Mitchell, if he wakes the other 3, we lose the base, and worse, we lose the country. Emily breathed hard. I know what he's doing. What? He's rebuilding Shadow Protocol. Then we have to stop him, Rowan said. Emily lifted her head. No, I have to stop him. Rowan hesitated. You're not trained for this level of combat. I'm trained for him. She stepped toward the exit, but Rowan blocked her. Mitchell, Emily, if you go down there and he fully syncs with you, Shadow Protocol restarts, your identity will collapse. Emily looked him dead in the eyes. Then don't let him touch me, and she walked out. The elevator dropped toward Sublevel 0 with a sound like descending into a tomb. Emily's fingers twitched involuntarily, her muscles twitching with phantom instincts she didn't fully recognize. She watched the digital numbers flicker down. Level 6, Level 4, Level 2, Level 1, Level OA. Heavy clang announced the elevator stopping. The doors opened. Cold air blasted her. The corridor leading to the cryovault was lined with frost, as if the cold had seeped into the very metal. Her boots thudded quietly. An eerie humming filled the space. Rhythmic vibrations synced with her pulse. Emily swallowed. He's using resonance frequency. That meant Marcus was preparing synchronization. She forced herself forward. At the vault door, she heard voices, 3 voices whispering inside. She keyed into the console, and the door opened just enough for her to slip in. What she saw froze her blood. 3 cryopods halfway thawed, figures inside, 2 male, 1 female, skin pale, eyes closed, bodies marked with the same tattoo as hers. Marcus stood in the center, hand pressed against 1 pod. He didn't turn when he spoke. You came. Emily steadied her breathing. Yes, you felt my call. It's not a call, Marcus. It's a threat. He turned slowly. His eyes held no malice, just clarity. You can't stop this. 7, you can only join it. I'm not 7. Marcus smiled sadly. You still believe that? I'm Emily Mitchell. You're an alias layered over an engineered identity. Emily stepped forward. Marcus, listen to me. You don't need them. You don't need me. I do, he said simply. You were designed to be my anchor, the only mind strong enough to stabilize me. Without you, the sync collapses. My thoughts fragment. My purpose dissolves. Emily's heart twisted. That's not purpose. That's programming. Marcus stepped closer. It doesn't matter what we were built to be. It matters what we choose. Emily felt a flicker of hope. So choose something else. Choose freedom.